Roll the camera. Okay.
Scene 1, take 1. Scene 1, take 2.
Kia ora, and welcome to this week's edition of This Is Your Life. I'm Sahara Dessert, and tonight we have a very special guest, except they do not know that they are our guest of honour. Who knows, it could even be you. Let me first give you a few clues. Our special guest tonight has hair the colour of the African sunset. He is a determined individual and he is a great king. He is true, honest, and has the heart of a lion. Our guest tonight, at this very moment, is enjoying a dinner of rare antelope in a restaurant just across the street. Let's go and surprise him. King Simba, this is your life.
Sorry, I got a little something stuck in my teeth. Am I really on TV? Is my mane okay?
You certainly are on TV. And not only that, but we are going to learn all about your life.
Oh really? Do we have to see my life again?
Yes, we do. While we head back to the studio, we will let our viewers in on who we are talking to first. This person has an important part to play in your life. This wise old baboon is an eccentric, outspoken, staff-wielding character who still believes in corporal punishment.
Hello, I'm Pamela, and here we have Rafiki, the wise baboon. Hi Rafiki, thanks for joining us today.
Hello.
How did you feel when you had the honour of presenting the future king of the Pride Lands at the ceremony?
Well, it wasn't really surprising seeing I'm such a prestigious baboon, but I was definitely honoured. It was the highlight of my life.
How did you know that Simba was alive after the death of Mufasa?
At first, I thought he was dead, so I wiped away his symbol that I had imprinted on the tree. However, I detected his scent in the wind, so I thought it was my duty to try and bring him back home to his rightful place as king of the Pride Lands.
We know you have a lot to teach us, but what was your favourite lesson you taught Simba?
I taught Simba that the past can hurt, but you can learn from it. I did this by hitting him across the head, like this.
Ow, that hurts.
See?
Thanks, Rafiki. That's all from me. So tell us, Simba, just what did you think about that?
Rafiki was a good friend.
I'm sure he was. He was always there for you. So Simba, do you have another story to share with us?
I remember a very traumatizing story from my life when I felt truly alone. It all started when my Uncle Scar led me down to the canyon. I was not very old at the time. Scar had told me my father, King Mufasa, had a surprise for me, so I was waiting intently, practicing my roar on the valley floor. I let out my biggest roar and it echoed around the canyon. It frightened the wildebeest, who began to stampede. I was petrified. I couldn't stop shaking as I ran to the nearest tree to get away from the stampeding animals. The ground shook and my body was trembling as the huge beast bore down on top of me. It was then I saw my father striding against the tide, and before I knew it, he had me by the scruff of my neck and lifted me to safety. I couldn't see him as he was swept away with the herds of wildebeest. The next time I saw my father was when he was struggling to climb up the cliff face. But he must have lost his footing, and I saw him fall to his death under the hooves of the stampeding animals. I was so upset at how I caused my father's death. I couldn't face going home. Scar told me I should run away because I'd done such a terrible thing. So I did. That dreadful day still haunts me till this day.
What a terribly sad story. But your life wasn't always sad. You got a lot of happiness with the next influential person from your life. Do you recognize this person?
Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata.
Thanks, Sahara. I'm Zindina, and joining me now is Pumbaa. So, Pumbaa, what compelled you to save Simba's life when lions are your natural enemies?
Well, we thought that if we raised him on our side, then if we were ever in danger, he could protect us.
Can you describe for us your philosophy for life?
Hakuna Matata is definitely what I live by. It means no worries, and it has helped me through hard times through my life. Timon and I taught this motto to Simba through a song. It has helped Simba immensely to grow into a strong and fearless lion. Once Hakuna Matata has entered your life, there is no turning back.
Simba kept a lot of secrets from you. How did you feel when you found out he was king?
I couldn't believe it. I felt so embarrassed. I mean, I fed him grubs. Shouldn't have been, well, golden grubs? Never in a million years did I think I would meet a king. Nevertheless, raise one. If I had sucked up to him more, I guess, well, I could have become deputy king. Oh, yeah.
And we're out of time. So thanks, Pumbaa. Over to you, Sahara.
Thanks, Zindina. Well, how are you feeling, Simba? This must be a bit overwhelming. Can you tell us something about your life back then?
When Nala found me and Rafiki knocked some sense into me, I felt my Hakuna Matata days were over. I knew I had to reclaim my rightful place as King of the Pride Lands. When I cast my gaze over the once glorious plains that had been my home, I was shocked to see a grey wasteland filled with darkness, ruled by my Uncle Scar and his minions, the hyenas. All the lions had to support me in order to take back what was rightfully ours. I gave Scar one last chance, but he threw it back in my face with the embers. I pinned him to the ground, and the truth about my father's murder was finally revealed. Scar admitted to killing my father. We fought to the death. We had won back what we had lived for, the Pride Lands.
Let's cross to our on-the-spot reporter, Chica, who has more on this story. Who could she be talking to, I wonder?
Thanks, Simba. I'm Chica, and joining me now is Nala, Simba's wife. So, Nala, how was it like growing up with Simba in the Pride Lands?
Growing up with Simba? Well, Simba was the fun-loving type. Simba and I did all kinds of crazy and wild things, like visiting the elephant graveyard against our parents' wishes. He was always saying he was brave. Back then, we were only great mates. I couldn't believe it when Zazu said we were betrothed. I mean, yuck! Marrying my best friend? However, the day we were reunited in the forest, it was different. He had changed. I fell for him hard, really head over heels hard. He was the one for me, and there was no going back.
What was life like for the Pride when Scar ruled?
It was horrible. We had no food, no water, and no chance of survival. It got so bad that I was forced to go and look for food away from our regular hunting grounds. That was when Simba and I bumped into each other. Scar was the most evil, self-absorbed king. He only ever thought about fulfilling his own needs by aligning himself with the hyenas. We knew he was a villain, but we didn't find out that he was a murderer until Simba came back to take back our home and give us our lives back.
During the battle between Simba and his Uncle Scar, did you ever have doubts that you had done the right thing bringing Simba home?
Not at all. Simba was the one and only true heir to the throne. He just had to look deep inside himself to see that he could be anything he wanted to be. He had to face his demons and have the courage to stand up to his mistakes. That's what integrity is all about. Veritas omnia vincit. Truth conquers all.
Thanks for your time, Nala. Back to you, Sahara.
Now
have some very old footage to surprise our guest. Roll it. A highlight for you must have been completing the circle of life by having a cub of your own, Simba. This must have been a special moment to have the Pride Lands back in good condition, your family all supporting you, those criminal hyenas gone from your hunting grounds, and a baby to follow in your footsteps. What a hero you are. Now the future for you and your family is secure.
Wow, that was so special.
Well, we've come to the end of this week's edition of This Is Your Life. I hope you at home have enjoyed the show, and we hope you, Simba, enjoyed reviewing your life. To help you remember these special moments, here is your very own copy of This Is Your Life. Oh, Cole! Thank you all for watching. We'll see you again next time. From the whole team at This Is Your Life, goodbye, e nohora.
Ladies and gentlemen. Roll the camera. Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight we feature an interview with a very peculiar-looking gentleman.
Scene 1, take 1. Scene 1, take 2. Take 2.